Well, what is up, everybody? To Reverse TV here today. So it appears Square Enix is making some crazy decisions discerning their games of recently. So the other story I remember was like the Kingdom Hearts games on Nintendo Switch. They didn't do like a full like actually put the games on Nintendo Switch like you do to like every other platform, but they gave you like cloud. It's like you have to play the games through the cloud, but it's not like an actual like physical version of those Kingdom Hearts games. And now the newest thing is that hey, they might not release Final Fantasy games on Xbox. That's what the new rumor is. So it says Final Fantasy games may not release on Xbox consoles this generation. Square Enix is keen to keep releasing every game on PC. So I don't know, why would you not want to release your games on Xbox? I'm assuming this has to do with Sony. I know Sony had the deal with like Final Fantasy 7 Remake that they paid them to keep it exclusive for PlayStation for like a year. Then the whole integrated DLC came out, then like ruined it, and they postponed it for even longer. So, and now we have the Final Fantasy 16 coming out, which Sony definitely made that a permanent exclusive for PS5 and PS4. So, and I think they have another Final Fantasy game as well. It's like I forgot what the other one was called, but there's another Final Fantasy game coming out as well. So they might not be coming to Xbox. Is what this is trying to say. Like we might not be getting any Final Fantasy games on Xbox. Which definitely sucks because I would prefer to play these games on Xbox, but since I have both consoles, it's kind of like this kind of sucks. People only got an Xbox, but since I have both consoles, it's not that big of a. It's not bad for me in my opinion because I can play on my PS5. But that just sucks. That truly sucks because it's like I guess Sony really just wants to keep these games off of Xbox for some reason. I'm assuming this has to do with Sony because it can't take that much to port these games over to Xbox. It truly can't be that hard to do. All you do is change some buttons around to make it to the Xbox icons and like making sure it works on the system. I don't know how that could be that time to get someone to do. So I just don't get it. But let's see what people have to say about this. I'm pretty sure people are not happy about this whatsoever. Thereafter, good answer. Ban all Square Enix games on the Xbox platform. Cut access to the Game Pass money bag. They'll soon change their tune. Microsoft needs to be more aggressive with companies like Square Enix. Yeah, it's just another thing like this. It's just these weird things that's going on with Sony's, like especially like Japanese companies that make the RPG games. Especially like another one that's coming to mind is like Atlas. Atlas with the Persona games is like, why is the Persona games on Xbox as well too? Like, why is Persona 5 on Xbox? Why isn't Persona 4 on Xbox? Even though Persona 4 is only on PC, but it's just why are they just missing out so much money? Just not so much money these companies be making, but they just want to skip Xbox for some reason. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Unless Sony is like really paying these people off, I don't know why they won't release their games on Xbox as well too. So let's see what other people got to say about this. I'm trying to find any journalists who will keep the same energy they have with Xbox. You know, the ones that think only when Xbox create exclusives is wrong. Do you think I'll find any? No, I don't think I will. Yeah. I'll buy one on PC before I buy it on PS5. Haven't played Final Fantasy in years, so this doesn't bother me in the slightest. But sucks for anyone who doesn't want a PS5. I wonder if the media will give Sony a hard time for this like they always do with Microsoft. Looking at this article, it doesn't seem like they will, yeah. I don't think you're going to see any journalists saying this is terrible for the industry like they do for each Microsoft game that becomes an exclusive. This person says, yes, best news ever. Okay. Makes me want to toss on my PlayStation. They'd rather waste their money on stuff like this rather than make Days Gone 2. Sad but true, or spend that third-party exclusive money to reboot one of their classic but dead IPs. Yeah, they won't make a Days Gone 2, but they'll make money to secure Final Fantasy on PlayStation, but not have it on Xbox. Make sense. It's like, if people are saying it's going to sell the most on PlayStation anyway, why do you have to spend money to make an exclusive then? That doesn't make any sense. Why not just make sequels to games that people want, like Days Gone 2? Why put that money to try to make this game exclusive? It's going to sell the most on our platform anyway, like people like to say. So this doesn't make any sense to me. I only want Final Fantasy 7 Remake in Game Pass. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon at this point. Square Enix, Xbox won't get any Final Fantasy games this gen. Also, Square Enix NFTs are going to be a big part of our company going forward. Oh yeah, they did announce that. They got a controversy over the NFT nonsense too. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense. If this is the case, there's no excuse to release sloppy ass PC ports. Honestly, if this was true, I'd have to pick Bethesda over Square Enix. Okay. Final Fantasy is better than all Ubisoft us. Sure, but Bethesda is better than Square Enix. The facts. If you like Western RPGs, then definitely Bethesda. But it's kind of sucks that you can't get both. If you want to get both on Xbox, you can't get both apparently. So that definitely sucks. I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, but this is a huge L on Xbox. Phil shouldn't have let this happen if true. This isn't anything to do with Phil or Xbox. They can't change Square's mind if they decide to avoid Xbox. So expect them to be an Epic exclusive from now on. This isn't fair. I'm okay with it because I don't enjoy JRPGs, but it's a huge loss for Xbox if none of them appear on the console. Only played Final Fantasy 15, wasn't my kind of thing. I hope Xbox doesn't give a dime to Square Enix for Final Fantasy games. They can keep it. So people are really pissed off about this information right here. Rightfully so. Like if I only had an Xbox, I'd be definitely pissed off about those. I remember Square said Final Fantasy would stay multi-plat some years back. Guess that was just a lie. Yeah, because I remember them putting all those Final Fantasy games, like especially like the classic ones on Xbox. It was like a big push to get all these Final Fantasy games to Xbox. I guess that tune changed completely now. I love Final Fantasy, but guess I won't be playing them anymore if this is the case. They can keep letting Sony run their company, I suppose. Then make your ports not S Square, and we will buy your games. Also keep NFTs out of your games. Yeah. They're definitely making some crazy decisions recently with this Square Enix company. Definitely some wild decisions this company is making. That would be a bizarre decision. This type of S is mad annoying. One of the hugest drawbacks to consoles, Sony and Microsoft paying publishers millions of dollars to keep S off the other system, it benefits no one. Gaming media next week, while Final Fantasy PlayStation exclusivity is a great thing for players. Yeah, I could definitely see that article being made. I mean, they're losing another $60 out of me, so that's on them. Makes sense. Sony needs those Japanese PlayStation exclusives because of how bad the PS5 is selling in Japan. I can't wait for the next S port. Yeah, people keep saying like the ports are terrible. I keep hearing that's a thing for people who play on PC. They say like the Final Fantasy games the ports are actually really horrendous on PC. I don't game on PC, so I don't really know like that. But if that's true, then this is just like, why would you just get rid of your player base like that? I just don't get it. Like I said, Sony must really be giving them money. For some reason, they must really be getting a lot of money for them to just skip Xbox like that. Because they're just skipping Xbox willingly without being paid to do so. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Same kind of people who said Final Fantasy Origins was PS5 exclusive till it got revealed as multi-plat. They also said the same about the new Star Ocean when it was first shown. They also said Starfield was PS5 exclusive and Perfect Dark wouldn't be AAA, but small and episodic. Okay. No Final Fantasy on your platform? Oh hell no. This is where promoting shooting games gets you isolation. They already don't release on Xbox, probably because no one is playing JRPGs there besides one inbred dirty water lover from Michigan. What? What are these people talking about? What? Oh man. Well, definitely not supporting Square Enix. I mean, let's be 1,000% here and let's be honest with yourselves. A good bit of Xbox folks don't care. I remember when them Type 0 sales, S was like 10-1. The audience ain't there, so why waste that time and money? Plus, we all know mofos weren't touching it until it went to Game Pass. I like all these assumptions that it's the same assumption that people don't buy games unless it's on Game Pass, or they don't buy games, they only use Game Pass. When there's been numerous people saying that, hey, we buy, it's so stupid. It's just so dumb, this mentality that say nobody buys games unless just play Game Pass all day. It's just stupid. After that disastrous Final Fantasy VII remake, I'm perfectly okay with them not coming to PC at all. Okay. This guy must be on cloud 9 right now. So he made a video about Final Fantasy 13 petition, Xbox 360 for PS3 exclusive. Okay. Got a lot of views though. Big oof for Xbox. Not really surprised by this at the same time. To be fair, Square Enix titles are more associated with PlayStation/Nintendo platforms anyway. Who knew Japanese publishers would prefer Japanese gaming platform? Porting to PC is simply for accessibility. Okay. Welp. Just make them exclusive to Sony consoles for F's sake. So much better than this will it won't third-party exclusive crap. Yeah, Sony might as well just make them Sony might as well just acquire Square Enix at this point if they're gonna keep paying them to keep their games off Xbox at this point. Like, why keep doing that? Why just buy them and make them an exclusive company to this point? But let's continue. I'm getting Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin on Xbox Series X, even though I have a PS5 because chaos. Ouch, if this turns out to be true, then Xbox just can't catch a break. Why some Xbox are angry? Xbox is PC and PC is Xbox, right? Square can I think he's trying to say Square can kiss his ass, and if the mainline titles aren't coming to Xbox, 13 and 15 didn't even bomb on Xbox. Yeah, I didn't recall those games doing bad. I don't recall 15 doing that bad on Xbox. I don't know. Sony really wants exclusive content. Unfortunately, Square Enix is willing to take it. Yeah. It's funny seeing the boss upset about this, but want to cap about Bethesda games on PlayStation. Boo effing who buy a PS5 or PC if you want to play future Final Fantasy games. Well, that's a big difference. Bethesda is owned by Microsoft now. Microsoft actually put the money to buy Bethesda as a studio. Final Fantasy games, it's just random. They're gonna come to Xbox now. They're not even like exclusive to Sony. It's just like random at this point. Like with the whole Final Fantasy VII remake situation, like it was supposed to be time exclusive, then just now just not long coming to Xbox. Like what's that about? That's not. It's two different situations. This guy's trying to go. It's two different situations going on. It's not the same thing. Let's see. Yet their PC ports are still garbage. Hard doubt. In that case, they need to stop half-outs in the PC ports. Yeah, this is not a good look there because apparently their PC ports is not that great though, from what people are saying in this comment section. PS5 and PC release, no Xbox. I don't like Square Enix, but it's good to know Xbox doesn't have support. What? These dudes are super petty. Like, jeez. If this is the case, the Square Enix needs to do a better job at porting their games to PC instead of these half-ass ones. Okay. We good. Yeah, there is a lot of Western RPGs coming to Xbox this generation. So I mean, if you don't care about the RPGs, there's a lot of good Western RPGs coming to Xbox, like Fable, The Elder Scrolls 6, Starfield, Avowed, Outer Worlds 2, which is gonna be on both platforms. So the next Fallout, the next Fallout game as well. So yeah, it's like a lot of games coming off Xbox anyway, but this definitely sucks. So I'm gonna conclude it right here. Like I said before, since I have both platforms, I am gonna play these Final Fantasy games still. I was just playing on PS5, but I would have preferred to play them on Xbox, to be honest. Even with the whole Kingdom Hearts situation, they didn't put the games on the Nintendo Switch. I would have double dipped if they put the Kingdom Hearts games as a physical release on the Nintendo Switch. They just been making some strange decisions of recently, especially with the whole NFT thing as well. Like, get a whole group of people just to hate your company because of the whole NFT situation. So definitely see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.